Welcome to episode 2 of Quinlan's Star Wars Legends / Expanded Universe chronological rating, where I go through the Expanded Universe according to my order and rank them out of 10 stars, every individual piece of media. And today we have The Tale of the Aiwha Pod, which was written by Ryan Kaufman and is a short story that was published in 2005. The in-universe year for this one is ambiguous, but I've seen someone put it at 100,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, which, I mean, I'm fine with that. I'd just put it anywhere before 25,973 BBY, but if you want to put it at 100,000 years before the Battle of Yavin, then I'm fine with that as well. The publisher for this one was Prima Games, and it was actually found in the Republic Commando Prima Game Guide. In this one, it details this beast god named Protus, and Protus is this like almost deity in Kamino. He's this water beast, and it details the story of how through the years people have challenged Protus and tried to rule the Kaminoan oceans, including Malkur, who's described as like this dark deity from the depths of Kamino, and he comes up to challenge him with his strength, but Protus has agility and is able to outmaneuver Melkor. And then later these things called Kikas or Klikas or something like that, they try to swarm Malkar and kill him later on using numbers, but they try to swarm Protus, not Malkor. They try to swarm Protus and kill him with their numbers, but they're not able to either. And eventually Protus grows old and arrogant about his skills, and a pod of Aiwhas are traveling down from the north seas because they freeze up there, and they're traveling to the southern seas, and Protus stops them, and he wants them to go back to the north seas and freeze, so the Aiwhas have to fight to survive. And using their numbers to their advantage, like the Kikas or Klikas or whatever their names were, and fighting is with the strength of the Malkur, they are able to eventually overwhelm and kill Protus, the sea god himself, and they're able to do so only with one of the Aiwhas sacrificing themselves. And so then the Aiwhas are respected by all of Kamino because they slayed the unjust underwater deity and brought peace to the Kaminoan waters again. The cool thing about the story is Ryan Kaufman puts himself into the story. He established himself as a character within the Star Wars universe because the opening dialogue, as it says, translated from Kaminoan by Ryan Kaufman, which means that some human supposedly translated the Kaminoan into Basic, and that person who translated the legend that the story was a character called Ryan Kaufman, and so he basically canonized himself in the expanded universe. Overall positives. I liked how this story jumped time periods. I liked some of the concepts in it. With Protus, sounds interesting. Maybe supernatural encounters can delve into some more stuff about him. And I liked the idea of a challenger coming from the depths of Kamino. And I liked the writing style that was used as well. It was pretty fast-paced. Overall negatives, I'm not sure why we needed to have a cool little story about the Aiwhas. I was never that interested in the Aiwhas from Kamino. So personally, I didn't need to see them, and having them be the heroes of this story felt really weird. Like, those flying, like, sea cow looking things. I don't see them as being mighty for this story, but they're shown to be mighty and respected by all the other Kaminoan sea creatures, which I'm not sure how I feel about that they were able to take down a deity just by using their numbers and fighting hard, but that's what the story was about. I do like that it's written as like this sort of legend that the Kaminoans have. I thought that was nice. And it's short. It's only a page long. It's a little longer than the last short story I talked about. But the writing style I really enjoyed. It's just I'm not sure why the Aiwas had to be the protagonist of this story. I found myself wanting to learn more about Protus though, so that must have been a positive to it. The rating that I would give this out of 10 is a 4 out of 10. Still a pretty solid rating for a short story when you don't have a lot to work with. I enjoyed it. It's pretty skippable, but it was still not a waste of time for me. It was enjoyable. I enjoyed reading it. It's just maybe it felt a little bit pointless to me with the Aiwas being the heroes and all of that. That didn't really work in my mind. But the question is for the viewers, what did you think of this short story? What score would you give it out of 10?